Welcome back, everybody. It's Jeff again with J&K Stay in Vegas with another episode of Walk with Jeff. Today, we're in the South Summerlin part of Las Vegas, just about 5 minutes south of Red Rock, where we were before in our last Walk with Jeff. And wanted to keep showing you some stuff that's off the Las Vegas Strip, areas that us locals kind of call home, and show you some unique places. And today, I'm at what's called the Gardens, a park here in Summerlin. So I'm going to take you along, and there's some really cool things to see here, other than your usual park. So without further ado, let's get our timer set for 30 minutes, and there it is. Hopefully you can see that. So this park is really cool because you have dogs here, and you can see some basketball courts. Show you a lot of the things that are around here. And it's very green. You're probably not used to this if you just stay on the Las Vegas Strip. A lot of kids playing basketball and such. But this area is called, again, South Summerlin. Summerlin proper is about another 5 miles north. But when people think of Summerlin, they kind of think of this area. Very affluent neighborhood. But a lot of families. Lots of things to do and see around here. You're, again, about 5 minutes tops from downtown Summerlin and Red Rock Casino, and from Red Rock Canyon proper about 10 to 15 minutes. From the Strip, it's about 25 minutes in this direction because you have to kind of go around. But a spring day like this, oh, it's really enjoyable. Some small stores over there, little restaurants and whatnot. But since I do real estate, I've had a lot of people ask for requests to see some other neighborhoods, and I'm going to start doing that here in 2025. And it's going to kind of start with our whole Walk with Jeff episodes, and I'll be taking you all over in a new series through individual parts of Las Vegas, so you can see what home values are like in that particular neighborhood, like the median house. So if you ever were considering moving to Vegas or moving somewhere across town here in Vegas, maybe something like Henderson to Summerlin, then I got you covered. But I'm going to show you what you would never expect here in Vegas. Not to mention all this grass here. In the summertime, even this area is really good because there are a lot of trees, there's a lot of shade, which is really nice. See some of the homes that are over here. Take a perimeter walk first. So you got your typical jungle gyms and tons of kids out today. This is a weekend here in Las Vegas. Yes, we do have families. And I've said before, like in our live streams and everything, when you live here in Vegas, the last thing you want to do is go on the Strip or Fremont Street. But hey, you know, when we got our channel, we want to show you everything of Vegas. But when you've got people that live in all suburbia here in Vegas, you don't ever think about coming or going to the Strip. See big beautiful trees here. Got your typical doggy waste bins here. Lots of doggies around here. Bet you've never seen this much grass in Las Vegas. So they do have a lot of the obviously water restrictions for neighborhoods, and they do credits if you change your landscaping into what's called desert landscaping. But here at the park's got nice green grass, and it's very busy out today. Now this park is known to have some cherry blossoms, and these trees, some of these trees have already fallen with the cherry blossoms, so if you get here any other time you're probably not going to see them. So we do have actually change of season, so to speak. And there are a few trees that are still left that have cherry blossoms on them, and I'm going to show you coming up here and a few other spots. So if you're coming to Vegas here in March, or maybe even April, you can maybe come up here if you've got a rental car, or if you want to Uber it up, to come up here and enjoy suburbia here in Las Vegas and take in a whole different part of Vegas that you never knew existed. Or maybe you did know it existed, excuse me, but maybe you've never seen this park. So you can just see some of the cherry blossoms over there. We'll get a closer look at that. I want to walk around the perimeter, excuse me, of the park, kind of show you. It's a very large park here. Plenty of parking though, plenty of parking. And I know us locals kind of want to gatekeep things like this, but to be honest, I don't think the people that are coming to Vegas, even though they may look at this and go like, oh my God, I want to check it out, they're not going to make the effort to come up here anyway. But for some of you that are locals, or you're in another part of town that maybe didn't even know about this, hey, I'm not going to gatekeep information from locals. Considering I drive all around the valley for clients and everything, like that, you can just see them coming into view. Now, you would have thought places like Japan had cherry blossoms. You would be wrong. Some of these have already fallen up here, as you can see. Some people say they don't like the smell of cherry blossoms. I don't get that. Maybe it's a different time of when they're kind of falling off versus when they're in full bloom, but it smells absolutely beautiful, especially on a spring day. Today's temperature is about 74 degrees, and except for a few clouds, couldn't be any more perfect. Get your exercise in, feel some coolness, shade of the trees and grass. But I'll insert a map of about where this area is. We have really three major freeways here in town. The 215 Beltway, which is what this is off of, in South Summerlin. And as you can see on the map here, it goes About 20 to 25 minutes, as I said, from the Las Vegas Strip. And about the same from Fremont Street. And then we've got the 95, and that's turned into the I-11 now, which goes all the way to Arizona. And this Gardens Park is just off of Town Center Drive in the 215. So if you do want to come visit, or you're local and you never even knew about it, that's where it is. Literally 1 to 2 stoplights after you get off the freeway. Country Gardens, that's a community there. But here it is, right here. You see some of the cherry blossom coming into view right there. Like I said, we'll give you a perimeter look around first. See this beautiful park. Even though there's a lot of kids and families, listen how quiet it is. Birds chirping. See over there, going to that neighborhood, some cherry blossoms. But if you like our Walk with Jeff series, please give me a thumbs up on the video and comment below. You know, tell me to keep going, keep doing these. As we've done more and more of them, we do get a lot of positive comments, so that's nice to hear. But leave a comment below. It does help out the algorithm. And it gives me good feedback of what you like. So we usually get, as we're building, we'll get a couple of thousand views, which isn't much. But I have a feeling we're gonna keep growing, because I think we've got a lot of people that are interested in different parts of Vegas. Another parking lot over on this side too. There were cherry blossoms on these trees too. They have since fallen. They won't be here for long, so if you do want to kind of come and check out again what suburbia is like, we had a lot of people. We always do our monthly weather updates, like what's March like, what's April like, so on and so forth. Got a lot of comments on our March weather video. In fact, a lot of comments like, what's it like in May? What's it like in June? Not necessarily about March. I guess if you're watching the video, it doesn't really matter. And here's that huge open golf area, and football and soccer, or whatever you want to do. But they got a lot of different things to do, from little kids to adults. Again, like you saw earlier, some tennis courts, which will kind of loop around again, see those. Volleyball courts, basketball courts. I have not seen pickleball courts here before, but sometimes they turn in the tennis courts or basketball courts into pickleball courts. And that is something that I want to pick up. I want to get on that fad. Usually I'm not into trends and everything else, but pickleball does look fun, and I've played tennis before. Played tennis actually a lot as a kid. Haven't played as much in recent years. Drop a comment below if you play pickleball. I guess it's kind of a combination of like tennis, badminton, and ping pong. I'm pretty good at ping pong. Played badminton before, and like I said, played a lot of tennis. So I think I would enjoy it. I just gotta learn the rules and all that stuff. Drop a comment below if you do play pickleball. Give me some pointers too, because I think I'm going to be starting up some pickleball. I'm going to take a beginner class to kind of get up to speed on rules and hopefully etiquette. I'd like to keep that in mind. So here we go, we'll get a nice close-up look. Some cherry blossoms here. Look how pretty these are. So as you can see, a lot of them have already fallen off of this tree. Some here still. Some basketball going on. How pretty these are. I bet you didn't think there was this much. In terms of changing the seasons here in Vegas. Over here, there's a lot of them. This tree's still filled with them. As we go down into the middle of the park, you're going to see a whole bunch of them that are still full with cherry blossoms.
You guys are drawing in different spots, aren't you?
A lot of these have already turned, as you can see here. But again, you know, it's like, look at how many trees for shade. People enjoying the beautiful weather here in Vegas right now. But as you can see, this both these parking lots get pretty filled, even though there is a decent amount of parking. Now we're kind of looping back the same way we came, but there's a reason. I want to go in and show where like the majority of these cherry blossom trees are. The weather's so nice. I wore a light jacket, one of my J&K jackets. But I'm pretty warm.
You had a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I can't. Do you want to go scooters? Yeah?
I don't think a lot of people realize, well, we certainly didn't realize when we moved here over 12 years ago that some of the different aspects of Vegas existed. You know, the misnomer that everybody that lives in Vegas lives in casinos. Like there isn't life out of the strip. See, check these out. These are where the majority of the cherry blossoms are in this little, where the rec center is. Like people getting pictures, looks like engagement photos. Look at how beautiful these are. Now when you get under them, depending on, again, the stage of them, you know, falling or whatnot, the pollen does smell a little different from time to time. And to some people it might seem a little bit pungent, but for the most part they smell really good. But here's that big park. You can see all the, maybe you can on camera, but even got some cherry blossoms falling. That's why time is limited if you want to come up here and see all these beautiful trees that you would expect in halfway around the world, but they're actually here in Las Vegas. Let's go around this side. We do get different seasons here in Vegas, not by extremes. Sometimes we will get snow here, as we've documented, and even a little bit of snow on the strip. That's not unheard of. I'm going to stay on the path here. You can see all of them here. So they are currently falling. So this is springtime. And there's some big ones over here. And it's just absolutely gorgeous, even though, like I said, there's some high clouds, but some blue skies peeking through. We're not expecting any rain. It's just some high clouds moving through. Unfortunately, that's kind of typical of Vegas. Once it comes over the mountains from California, it kind of dies down, and our dry air just sucks all the moisture out, so we just get some high clouds. Once in a while, we'll get that much needed rain. There's a huge cluster of them over here. I'll see a lot of people on social media go, especially locals, say, hey, don't ruin it for everybody. Don't let all the tourists come here. Well, I'm telling you, a majority of tourists are not going to drive up here. I'm telling the ones that want to actually experience this. And even though people say, hey, I got to make a drive out there, they're not going to do it. This is for you to enjoy from afar. If you want to come up here, hey, more power to you. Filled with cherry blossoms in here. Nice little benches in here. A lot of people taking pictures.
Doing it again. Go facing this way. Come on. Shouldn't see somebody turn the other way. Ready. Go. Right.
So in this area down here by these benches, on this side, there's a lot more of the cherry blossoms. I'm gonna turn around here a second so you can get a better view. Still some down there. We'll take a look at those.
Go. Right. Ah! Okay, break.
Love this little area right there.
Break to the middle cone.
Plenty of benches out here. They even got some shuffleboard courts over here.
She's on the high school girls team, and let's go see Roman.
Although you'd have to get your own equipment, and they even have some cornhole over there. Yeah, you got shuffleboard, and this looks like bocce ball to me. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. It looks like 4 little runways. Looks like bocce ball to me. In fact, let's make that the key word of the day if you've watched all the way to this point. Put down bocce ball. Everybody go, what are people talking about? Bocce ball.
Okay.
But it's a good area to, even if you are local and you watch our channel, to come over here and get some laps around the park, get some good exercise, bring your doggos like a lot of these people are doing. And they even have horseshoe courts over here. Cool is this? Again, they don't provide anything as far as equipment, but it's here. So how many sports do we have here? We've got volleyball, we've got tennis, we've got basketball, we've got bocce ball, we've got shuffleboard, we've got cornhole, and horseshoe. And if you bring a football, you can get your football scrimmage on as well. And a nice view of them from over here.
The other one I want to rent it is Celia's sister, which
She's
hard
cool
to
though.
get to like family or friends.
Yeah. That was
She just has really bad friends.
Just trying to show you all of them. Again, walkways everywhere too, which is really nice. You have some cherry blossom trees across the way down there. The entrance into one of the neighborhood down there, and across over there. can't stress enough, as much as we have sweltering hot days in the summer, if you can get here in spring or fall, you're going to be in for a really big treat. And with that, we are done. That went by pretty fast, huh? Let me stop that. So hope you've enjoyed this walk in Summerlin, specifically at the Gardens Park here in South Summerlin. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up and subscribe to J&K Stay in Vegas. We got a ton of content on our channel, from locals to Fremont to the Strip, food, live streams, news updates, all that. Make sure you hit that subscribe, it's free. Again, thumbs up on this video. And if you made it all the way to this part of the video, put bocce ball in the comments. We'd really appreciate it. And let us know if you've even been here or if you want to come up here. All right, everybody. Until the next one, stay safe and stay silly. Bye-bye, everybody.